Hi, my loves. This is Raven from Raven's Reviews, and welcome back to my channel. So today, you already know, because we're in Advent season, so I don't even have to give an introductory, because we are on day 5 of the Advent Calendar series. Whew! This series is already far underway. We are almost at the halfway mark already. If you've been following day by day, you already know that out of all of the days, this is one that I was incredibly excited for. Thank goodness I didn't get any spoilers online or anything like that, but when I was reviewing the specs of the box, I saw them write chrome powder, and then not just that, 2-in-1 chrome powder, which if you know what that magical product is, that means you can use it as a rub-on chrome and also a customizable do-it-your-own cat eye. So I started freaking out. I'm like, is this really magnetic powder? And not just that, but magnetic chrome powder in day 5? Well, we're gonna have to see. First of all, huge kudos to Madam Glam. I want to give them a standing ovation. The gold detailing and bold red elements of this gift box is first of all amazing, and then the fact that they have individual gift boxes with different shapes and sizes just melt my soul. But y'all, after I gassed it up, the moment is here. Madam Glam has come out with a 2-in-1 magnetic chrome powder. You know I'm already putting on my lab coat. Like my nail sister Envy says, we are doing it for science. Oh my gosh, I have no words. We are going to be not only testing this out, but I'm also going to show you how to make a customizable shade. So first off, for any time that I do swatching of chrome powders, I love to make my swatch like this. Half of it white, half black, and the center clear. So that if it is an iridescent chrome, you'll get to see all elements. I didn't realize how mirror this chrome was going to be, and now, hindsight being 2020, I really should have just either left it plain or picked a solid color. I would suggest you put this over a solid color or clear, because it is very opaque, so you don't want anything underneath kind of muddying it, unless you're doing like a chrome isolation where whatever you isolate is going to be this gorgeous mirror chrome. Also, because I'm going to geek out here, I really love the fact that this chrome, though it's mirror, it has like these fine glitter. I almost feel like it's flash reflective, but maybe it's just like the one step below flash reflective, but it is everything. There's also a very light purple hue. And at first, when I do the cat eye, I kind of build up a concentration. Then also in my customizable mix, I use less. And let me tell you, with this, less is more. I had so much product left over on my finger that I was like, I am not making this mistake again. Also, please, powers that be at Madam Glam, make a bigger pot of this. Come out with an entire line, all sorts of different colors. If I can be so greedy to ask for some iridescent fairy mermaid ones and some mirror ones, I'd be so happy. Because honestly, I felt like I've got the power. I started doing dancing in the chair, like it was a whole thing. So it was at this very moment when I top coated that I was like, oh, I shouldn't have did that design, because it didn't really show anything because it's more opaque, but that's okay. We live and we learn. And regardless, this chrome powder / cat eye is so phenomenal that it's okay. This is why we do science, so you can learn from Ray and then you don't have to make the mistakes. So again, I would say if you're using the chrome powder as a rub-on chrome, then use it either solid color or clear. And then if you're doing it like making your own customized cat eye, less is more. So it's far better to kind of build it up versus putting a whole bunch and then not needing it. Also, something really important to note, Since this is a magnetic chrome powder, this is a mess-free product, especially because of the way Madam Glam has packaged this product. There's like a tiny hole, like a little cap, and if you have any kind of metal tool, you can just slowly put it in, and when you take it out, you have all of the product clings to that whatever it is. So if it's a spoon, if it's like a tiny, even if you used some of the cuticle pushers have like a sharper end, you could even use that to pick it up because it would just, the magnetic particles would literally just stick to it. So I am freaking out. I think this is innovation at its finest when it comes to nails, and I am madly in love with this. I really, really hope Madam Glam ends up coming out with a full product line of this, because when I started playing around with that cat eye, I just swooned. You're gonna see it here and you're gonna fall madly in love. But this is the kind of cat eye that is so blinding, and to be able to just take this out and make your own, especially if you're working on clients, on yourself, it's an absolute game changer. Now, I hope you love my fancy dancy magnetic wand. I actually got this over on Amazon, so if you guys are interested, I will put the link in the description box below. But honestly, I've been watching a lot of different influencers use this magnet, and I'm like, why does this work better than most magnets? Is it the fancy dancy ball? I just started perusing on Amazon, scrolling, trying to find something good. And when I tell you, when I saw this, I grabbed it instantly. It said it was going to take about a week and a half, almost 2 weeks. So I tried to set it and forget it. And the moment it arrived, which was last night, I'm like, girl, doesn't matter like how we're going to use you. We're going to use you very soon. And I knew from reading the specs of the Madam Glam box that there was cat eyes in there, but I didn't realize that there's a cat eye powder. So Madam Glam is really changing the game, because for the first couple years in the Advent calendar, they were doing their foil gel and foils, and that almost became a bit of a staple in the boxes, but nobody got tired of it because on their site regularly, foil gel is not available. So you kind of felt like you had this like secret ingredient because only people that had the Advent calendar had this foil gel, and it worked so amazing that literally I was getting every last drop out of this tiny mini bottle, because at the time the Advent calendars only had mini products. Well, fast forward some years later, nay, the Advent calendar has full-size products and now a 2-in-1 magnetic chrome powder. I could not write this. I am losing it, but I really do hope, since like the foil gel was so popular, it became an actual full-time product. I hope that happens with this. I hope this was just a test launch to see if people enjoyed it and kind of like a fun limited edition way, but I don't want it to be limited edition. I want the world to have this. Do you see the magic that's happening here? I recently saw Wicked for Good. I was gonna just pause this voiceover because I was about to start cackling. Do you know the song? And I don't want to butcher it, but it's when Elphaba is trying to save Fiero, and it's like da na 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 na. I don't want to say the words because we don't need to go there. But if you know what I'm talking about, that's how I felt. I felt like I was given all my witchy magic, like flailing this wand around, but it's with purpose, because what you're seeing with your eye, it is nothing compared to what I was seeing. It was like disco balls, and the fine glitter, the light source in the cat eye, the way it would shift. I am so in love. I can't wait to try this on darker colors as well, because even just seeing the gray undertone made me know that this is going to be more like a super cat eye. So the fact that you can do a customizable super cat eye is just crazy. This is one of the most magical days. I am so in love with day number 5, and I am going to continue saying it in this video. Madam Glam, please come out with a full pot of this. and a full collection. Sincerely, Raven, I'm not trying to be greedy. I will literally use my VIP and buy a whole bunch of them. It's just this product, honestly, it's things like this working in the nail industry that make you, I always say this, it makes you believe in magic again. Though I never stopped believing. Let me tell you, I got fairy wings sprouting out my back and a mermaid tail. But when you get to use revolutionary products like this that also take the stress out, completely mess free, like a lot of companies go for these kind of like air pens, but sometimes I find that the product doesn't dispense properly. But this packaging and the fact that it is like a dual product, it is just a game changer. It is innovative. It is just all of the good things. And I will literally be gravitating to this. And, I want to use it all the time, but it's only a small amount. Y'all, I'm gonna be losing it over this. I really hope you loved day 5 and all of the demonstrations with the 2-in-1 chrome powder. Madam Glam, you did it again. This advent calendar is absolutely magical, and I cannot wait to see you, yes you, for day 6 tomorrow. I'm sending you so much love and light. Mwah. Cannot wait to see you in the next one. And remember, do all things with love.